Sometimes, the ones we love most leave us too soon. But what if they weren't truly gone? What if their final words were never meant to be their last? Lily had always been close to her sister, Emma. Growing up in a small town, they were each other's world. Even after Emma moved away for college, their bond remained unshakable. They called each other every night, sharing their lives, their dreams, their fears. But one night, the calls stopped. It was a rainy Thursday when Lily received the news. Emma had died in a tragic car accident on her way home. Lily's world shattered in an instant. There was no goodbye, no final conversation, just an abrupt silence. The funeral was a blur. Family and friends came and went, offering condolences that never reached her. All Lily wanted was one more call, one more chance to hear Emma's voice. Weeks passed, and grief consumed her. Every time her phone buzzed, she would instinctively reach for it, only to be disappointed. But one night, as the storm outside raged with a ferocity she hadn't seen in years, something strange happened. Lily was lying in bed, staring blankly at the ceiling when her phone vibrated. She glanced at it and froze. The name on the screen read Emma. Her heart raced. This had to be a cruel glitch, she thought. But the phone rang again. She answered, her voice trembling. "Hello?" Static filled the line. Then, faintly, she heard Emma's voice. "Lily, I'm cold." Lily's heart stopped. It was Emma, but something was wrong. Her voice was distant, weak, almost drowned by the static. "Emma?" Lily whispered, her hands shaking. "Is that you?" "I'm cold, so cold, can't find my way." Emma's voice faded out, replaced by eerie, hollow noises that sounded like whispers from somewhere far beyond. Lily hung up, her pulse pounding in her ears. She tried convincing herself it was a sick joke, maybe some kind of glitch or a prank. But deep down, she knew it wasn't. The calls continued over the next few days. Each time, Emma's voice grew fainter, more desperate, as though she were trapped somewhere and couldn't find her way out. "I don't understand," Lily would cry into the phone. "Where are you?" "I'm close. So close," Emma would respond. "But something is keeping me here. Something dark." Lily didn't know what to do. The weight of grief and terror consumed her. The calls became her obsession. She stopped going to work, stopped talking to friends. All that mattered was hearing Emma's voice, figuring out how to bring her back. One night, the call came again, but this time there was something different. Emma's voice wasn't weak or distant anymore. It was clear, almost too clear, as if she were standing right next to her. "Lily," Emma whispered, "you need to help me. There's someone here, someone watching me." "Who?" Lily's voice shook. "I don't know. I can feel them. They don't want me to leave." Lily's skin crawled as the temperature in her room seemed to plummet. She could hear soft breathing on the other end of the line. It wasn't Emma's. "I need you to come." Emma's voice was frantic now. "You have to find me. I can't escape without you." Lily's mind raced. Find her? How? Emma was gone. She had seen the body, attended the funeral. But Emma's voice felt so real, so alive. Against her better judgment, Lily followed the instructions Emma gave her in the next call. They were strange, leading her to an old, forgotten part of town where they used to play as children. It was a place they hadn't been in years, a forested area behind an abandoned church. Lily arrived just as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, twisted shadows. The air was thick with an unnatural chill. Her phone buzzed again. It was Emma. "I'm here," Emma whispered. "Come closer." Lily followed the voice, her heart hammering in her chest. She reached the edge of the woods and saw something she couldn't explain. A figure stood in the shadows, tall and unmoving. It wasn't Emma, but the figure was holding something. Lily stepped closer and the figure moved forward, revealing a pale face and hollow eyes. It was a man, dressed in old, tattered clothes. In his arms was a small object, a phone. "Help her," he said in a voice that wasn't entirely human. "She's trapped because of you." Lily's blood ran cold. "Because of me?" The man's face twisted into a grotesque smile. "Your grief, your refusal to let her go, it's keeping her here. She can't move on because you won't let her." Tears welled in Lily's eyes as the weight of his words hit her. She'd been clinging to Emma, refusing to accept her death, and in doing so had trapped her sister in some kind of limbo. "What do I do?" she whispered. "Let her go," the man said, his voice a soft growl. "Release her, or she'll stay in the dark, forever." Lily's phone buzzed again. Emma's voice was faint now, barely audible. "I'm cold." With trembling hands, Lily closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and whispered, "Goodbye, Emma. I love you. I'll always love you, but I have to let you go." The wind howled through the trees as her phone went silent. The figure disappeared into the darkness, and Lily was left alone, standing in the cold night air. The next day, the calls stopped. The silence that followed was painful, but Lily knew what she had done was right. Emma was finally at peace. But every now and then, when the wind howls late at night, Lily swears she can still hear her sister's voice, just beyond the static.